holding up. So when people say it holds up, it has a lot of iconic scenes, which you always come back for. It's like, man, you're really coming back for the titty milk, huh?
No, I only go back to The Last Jedi for anything.
Yeah, well, it's such a strong claim to say these movies don't hold up. It's like, excuse you, but hey, here we go. Let's see him qualify that.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good track record when it comes to my opinion.
But one thing that does bug me is the pivotal scene where Uncle Ben gives his iconic speech. Because he's actually chastising Peter Parker for fighting Flash Thompson in a previous scene. Except Peter was fighting in self-defense, and Uncle Ben's like, oh, well, you shouldn't have done that. Just because you can beat him up doesn't mean you should. So what does Peter do with this advice? He spends the rest of his life beating people up. The context just don't make no sense.
That sounds like a Saturday Night Live sketch. So it's like, hey, let's get a parody of Cosmonaut. Let's get a parody of him. I have a pretty good track record when it comes to my opinions.
That comic has aged wonderfully.
That has aged like fine milk.
We got to throw his
There must have been some. Please tell me there's a bit of self-awareness there.
Star Wars should be simple. So anyway, let's talk about the actual plot. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have never known the plot of this movie until now. Most of the times when I watch this movie, it's with friends where we just quote the awkward or funny moments until we get bored and turn it off halfway through. But as far as the plot goes, I am only just now piecing it together after having watched this movie for 20 years. That is not a good sign. But hey, maybe it's just me, right? Maybe I'm the dumbass who just doesn't get it. So I even asked you guys on Twitter if you knew the plot of this movie. And most of you didn't. I actually expected most of you guys to lie or just check the wiki, but no, you guys were pretty honest for once. Most people agree that the biggest problem here is that you can just delete this whole movie from the trilogy and it changes nothing. A lot of Star Wars viewing guides actually recommend that you just don't watch this movie. How sad is that? It absolutely blows my mind that people don't have a bigger problem with Yoda in this trilogy. Because if you ask me, this is blatant character assassination. I should never see Yoda directing troops of soldiers. I should never hear Yoda say these words.
Concentrate all your fire on the nearest starship.
Seeing Yoda doing ninja flips is just so upsetting for me, and maybe this is why I like that Luke dies without hitting anybody with a lightsaber. I have my problems with The Last Jedi, but this is how a Jedi should operate in my mind. I love that once Luke arrives on the scene, nobody else dies for the rest of the movie except for him.
Count Dooku is probably the worst Star Wars character of all time. His existence is truly baffling to me, and he never develops into a real character. Most importantly, he never becomes a real threat.
Star Wars should be simple.
Star Wars should be simple.
Sure.
Oh, I doubt it. I really doubt it. This man has the ego the size of Jupiter.
Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. 35 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 35 seconds.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I have a pretty good track record.
Wow. You should probably just stop the video there. Just be like, guys, like, please,
sorry, it's
please,
so funny.
Please donate to my Patreon. I have great opinions. They're really consistent.
This fire that's ever come out of his mouth. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a pretty good track record.
I really think people have been giving Rey a very bad rep for some pretty bad reasons. Most people just say they don't like her because she's too strong, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I personally don't really mind seeing a character who is good at things in Star Wars. All the other main characters in Star Wars are really good at stuff. Oh, how come Obi-Wan can defeat a Sith Lord all by himself when his master couldn't even do that? How come Luke is really good at using the Force without getting any training? Star Wars characters are really lucky and they're really good at shit because they're the main characters of a stupid action-adventure series. Yet people only care that Rey is really good at shit, and it drives me fucking crazy, man.
Mr. Like, he says, like, God, it doesn't have to be just like the comics. And then his Civil War video, he's like, this video is awful. How dare
Star Wars should be
like the comics? That's pretty good track record. Sure you do.
Imagine someone who's just joined the podcast is like, what the fuck happened?
Cosmo dropped the bomb on us. That's what happened. This man straight up nuked Hiroshima a second time.
Look, see, this is just one of those great hindsight moments. He says this, and it was just a ticking time bomb because then he had so
did he have
many
good
bad
opinions before
takes.
this? I mean, what was his videos before this one?
If he had a good track record before this, boy oh fucking boy, they're taking nose time.
Like, I remember liking one. I counted one of his videos. That of, like, what, hundreds?
So you have to understand, this is my first introduction to Cosmonaut. So whenever he's like, I have a pretty good track record, and after seeing this video, I hate it, and I'm like, I doubt that. And then I see more of his videos and how terrible they are, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and Joe was just saying that this guy likes Solo, and I watched Solo right before I came on to cover that part of the video on that stream, and oh boy, I had some words to say about that.
Yeah,
I'm actually crying. I laughed so hard.
Chat is just losing their mind. Like I backtracked like when he said
like,
that. Everyone's losing their shit. best joke of the night.
All right, everybody. You know what? I was wrong. Whenever I said there's only one part of Cosmonaut videos that I laughed at, I was mistaken. There's two things he said.
Oh, Cosmonaut, how I've missed you like I've missed year-old Rash.
Well,
that was way funnier than I thought it would be.
I can create a track record, more like to hell with you, track. It should be simple.
Cosmonaut
Track record should be
all right, guys. All right, so I want you to remember this. So whenever he gives these following opinions on the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, remember he's had a good track record. So and keep that in the back of your mind.
That might be its own video.
Spider-Man is not a beloved character. Winnie the Pooh is a beloved character.
Track record are good.
That might be its
But people really, genuinely think that Joel was the hero of the first game. People played that game and watched the ending and thought to themselves, wow, Joel saved his daughter from those bad doctors. What a hero. I had people in my chat saying that his death was unfair because they brutally murdered, and I quote, a beloved character. Joel is not a fucking beloved character. Winnie the Pooh is a beloved character. Joel is a violent anti-hero.
video right there, guys.
Beloved character. Oh my gosh, that sounds like something James Jonah Jameson would say, but Spider-Man is beloved. Spider-Man's not beloved. Winnie the Pooh is beloved.
I'll say it. I think J. Jonah Jameson makes a better case for Spider-Man sucking than Cosmonaut does.
The man does bring up some valid points.
He's more consistent. I'll say that. He's way more consistent in his opinions.
Dennis
Jameson has a pretty good track record.
He does. He legit does.
Oh,
I mean, my edit because I'm laughing so hard.
Oh my goodness.
all right. I gotta dance.
Sorry, Cosmonaut. We'll try to take you seriously.
I'm glad I brought water.